Hey guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I am working on Tina's Mass Makes, my 100 days challenge, which is to go through her Mass Makes and do all 100 weeks in 100 days. This is day 16. This is going to be kind of a short one, just because the idea is to make tag bases. So her week 16 was tag bases, and basically she spent part of the video cutting them and then part of the video gluing them to cardstock to back them and reinforce them, because you can make these out of anything. I mean, just getting started here. Let's trim some music sheet that I have here, and I brought my trimmer out so that we wouldn't have to be like watching me try and cut tags over and over again abysmally. Okay. And you can do this in any kind of like organized fashion you want. I mean, I'm kind of winging it, eyeballing how wide, you know, maybe you want some that are a little wider. So there's some that's a little wider. I'll put that off to the side. I might be able to use it on something. And maybe we cut a few more. I'm not measuring. I'm just eyeballing width and saying, okay, that looks good. And cutting. Now, obviously, tags can be all different sizes and shapes. Well, we're kind of looking for tag shaped, but I did pull some scraps out of my box that were already cut. So, and these, I mean, these strips are already backed. So we're going to make some kind of shorter tags out of these. These already has backing on them. These are nice and sturdy. We'll cut the tag shape in just a few. Okay. This one is not backed. Let's pull this off of here. And, I mean, these are great to have in your stash as backed, ready to go kind of idea for pockets. You just kind of go in there and look at what you got and see if you can't find something that goes with what you're working on, right? I mean, that's kind of the point of having the stash to begin with. I don't know if we're going to be able to use that one, actually. I might hold that one aside for like a tuck or something. That can be a little tag. This could be a tall tag. Let's trim like that. We'll hold on to that. We'll keep that. Maybe I make this a little bit more narrow. Maybe I straighten this out. How about that? Let's see if we can't trim it up. Some of my scraps I'm going to need to trim up a bit. Ooh, or that. I forgot this wallpaper does that. Oh, looks like we are going to try and cut with scissors, guys. The secret to cutting with scissors is not having crooked eyeballs, which unfortunately I do. Okay, you can also do tall tags, but of course, you're not going to want your tag to be taller than a page would be, otherwise it wouldn't fit in your pocket. It would stick all out of your book. So let's find out how long this one is. Do we want to make a tall tag out of it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's exactly 9. So maybe we'll trim a little bit off. Like maybe about half an inch, maybe an inch. Make it an 8-inch tag. This wallpaper sometimes is finicky, and these blades, I think the blade on my little Fisker thing here, I think it needs replacing. But the wallpaper especially is very finicky. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. Here's a good one. I mean, if I'm honest, I could probably go through this scrap box and cut a ton of tags. And since I've got the scrap box open, I'll just throw this stuff in it. Although it's full, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to close it. This is my scrap box, guys. Just thought I'd share. See? It's a 12 by 12 scrapbooking box that I put my scraps in. So there you have it. Okay. Now we can set that off to one side. And let me get rid of some of this trash that has collected. Some of them I'll do with that. Some of them I'll do with that. And we'll do them on all different backings. I wanted to show you, like, okay, so I have this cardstock from pads. I go through my scrapbook pads and I find paper that can be written on, but it's like in a scrapbook pad, okay? So what we'll do is, I'll take that off because I don't want to accidentally go over the branding strip. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take some of our tags and we will back them on here. All right. I'm going to get some glue pages because I don't want glue everywhere. And we will go to town. So how is everybody doing? I know it's the middle of the holiday season. I am, like I said, at the time I'm filming this, I have done some Christmas shopping. I'm not done with my Christmas shopping, but I'm getting there. So I guess that's good. I still have one more thing I want to do, especially for my big kids, and then I have no idea what I'm going to do about my youngest. My sister was asking me about presents for my youngest, and I was like, I don't know. I haven't answered her yet. Because I don't know. Do not start with me, please. Okay. I'm going to back that on paper. I want to get my paper ones and back them on cardstock. But I would say the longest part of this process is going to be doing all this gluing these down. Well, I guess in cutting them out. But when you're done, you got a pile of tags ready to go. And they're already, I don't want to say decorated, but they're already partially decorated because they have backgrounds. Okay, let's get, I got some paper here. Let's get one of these. This would be good on here, I think. I've actually got 3 of these. So yeah, so I've gotten quite a bit of my shopping. I have a few things left to get. I still haven't gotten anything from my parents. They're so hard to buy for just because they're always like, we don't want anything. We don't need anything. I'm like, that's no fun. So yeah. I don't want to say I have stubborn parents, but I have stubborn parents when it comes to Christmas. So, Anybody else have that same problem? Do you have any problem people that you buy for? People that you just don't know? Like I have my one son that now that he works and he's kind of independent, other than the fact that, you know, independent in the respect that he has a job and he's, you know, like that. He's, when I say kind of not, I mean, he doesn't have his own place. They live here. Not that I mind. I mind having them here. But, yeah, now that he has a job, though, if he sees something he wants, he just buys it. So it's like, there's not really a lot left to get him by the time Christmas comes around because he's already bought it. Last year he got upset at me because I was worried about the fact that I didn't have any Christmas presents for him. So I was getting a little upset, and he got upset at me for being upset about it. I was like, fine. So, yeah, that's how that went. It's kind of funny. But I have a new idea for them this year, so we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, do I have any long thins that I could do? I've got a couple of long thin spots, and I know I did some long thins, but I don't know how long and thin. Yes, I'm mumbling. What about this one? Yeah. Okay. That'll do. This one is kind of a card, but I figure it can't hurt. I also think I coffee dyed it or something, because it's got that look to it, you know? This too kind of has that coffee dyed look to it. And I'm going to set that aside to let it dry. And we'll move on to putting some on another sheet. Let's do a different color. How about this kind of greenish color? I like this. Like I said, these were chosen out of pads as being paper that you could back something on. The other side of this is writable. Like, it's light enough, it's plain enough. You know, all that sort of thing. Oh, I set that down on there. There was glue on there, which means there's glue on my thing now. Okay. Again, this one was semi-card, but I'm backing, so let's back. My kids are gamers, video game players, and all that sort of thing. And most of them are adults now, so it's not like I'm one to limit their screen. Plus, they all have jobs, so during the day they work, and then when they come home, they feel like playing video games and, you know, that sort of thing. So, that's usually a lot of the gift giving is related to that. Especially for my one son who's, you know, making a go at doing I don't know what I'm doing. He's trying to make a go of doing a YouTube channel. He plays games online. He's got a channel. It's always in my description box. I recommend it to people. He does do some cussing. And and they are horror games. That's why it says, you know, it has, I put warnings in the description box because I don't want, I mean, I want to support him, and I do. I watch his videos and, you know, but I don't want to recommend him to people without them knowing that, hey, it's not for kids. Let's just say that. Which is why I, you know, I recommend it, but I also put that little thing down there to let people know that there's, you know, language and graphic violence, and that the graphic violence part is generally the games he chooses. Obviously not him, but yeah, it still needs to be mentioned, so. Okay, moving right along. Let's get that one out of there. I think I'll fold them in half and move them, just because these tags are too tall to. But anyway, so I'm planning on going to one of those streaming services that they use and just getting them some games, and then, you know, Christmas morning, their opening of presents would be opening their computers and finding what new games they have. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I haven't done it when I recorded this, but I'm sure it'll be a video that you see after Christmas where I let you know how it went. I didn't even think about that with this one, but okay, let's do, how about dots? Nope, well, this way. Okay, let's do that way. I definitely don't know about the green on here. The nice thing about that, though, is if you don't like the way the color, like if the color you put it on and you look at it and you go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You can always use ink to kind of do a recolor on the backing. Just sort of, you know, ink around it and then use a brush or something and put some ink on it, and it'll kind of tint the color a little bit, I think. So I'm looking for any more skinny ones. I thought I had a couple. Here's one. I don't want to back that on here. Is that skin? No. I don't think I have any skinny enough. Oh, I've got some of these little guys back here, under here. Maybe we'll pull these out. Let's pull these out. See what we can do with these. We can put both of these on here. So, but yeah, do you have any people that are hard to shop for? Just in general, or I admit to, like, I find stuff for people at random times. So like it'll be the middle of the year, I'll be away, and I'll find something and I say, oh, so and so would really love that. It's not anywhere near Christmas time. But then at Christmas time comes and I can't think of a single thing to get anybody. It's, I don't know. I love giving gifts. I'm just not good at it, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to say. You're not good at giving gifts. Not necessarily always good at coming up with gifts. I feel like there are people out there who are really good at it. Like all the people they know get really cool gifts because they're really good at it. You know people like that? Let's do this. This is a little different. maybe we'll put some of these on here. Of course, I can't glue anything down to it if it's all laying on it. So let's kind of I do kind of want to get as many of these down as possible because I don't really want to put them back in my scrap box. I would rather like set up a bin for tags and put them in there. I do not have a bin for tags. I should make one for tag bases. Okay, we got that one. Let's do some bees. Did I cut? I did 3 of these. Okay. Let's do this one. I do not like getting glue on my piece, so. But I will say this. I have a drawer, and I mean a huge drawer full of text blocks like this that are modern text blocks that I probably would never use for anything else. So at least they serve a purpose before they go into the recycling bin. Or my fireplace. Sometimes I get heat out of them. So yeah. We get to a certain point when it starts getting cold enough where we have a heat pump, but it's not real energy efficient for the climate that we live in. So once it gets to be a certain time of year, we start using our wood stove for our primary source of heat. So all right, I need short ones. Put another one of these on here. No. I like the sizes of most of my tags, so I don't want to. And I'm trying my best to use the paper as efficiently as possible. You know what? I do not have any of these bagged. I'm trying to be as absolutely efficient as possible with paper so that I have as little scrap or waste as I can possibly come away with. Okay. I have to remember these are up here for my smaller pieces. So let me ask. You guys can let me know in the comments or not, but I'm curious as to how many people actually build large stashes ahead of time and go into their stash when they make journals, and how many people just kind of make to order, so to speak. So whatever journal you're working on, you go digging around in your supplies and you make stuff based on the journal you're working on specifically. So as much of this stash as I keep making, I keep not going into the drawer and pulling any of it out when I make an album. So it's just kind of sitting in a drawer. And I know that's awful, but I put that right on top of there. But that's what happens every single time I do this. I make a ton of stuff ahead, and then I hardly ever go into my box and get it. It just doesn't happen. So How many people actually go in and use the stash that they've built? I am genuinely curious. Here's some more of this. I like this color. It's a good neutral. I've seen people in videos go into their stash specifically, but I wasn't sure if it's because it's habit or because they happen to be doing a video. So I'm curious. If you guys want to let me know in the description box whether or not you actually stash dive when you're making your journals. What am I looking for? Maybe this. Could do some more music. I haven't done a lot of that. I also, you know what I also have down on the bottom of this pile? Some book page, which oh, and I have to back all this wallpaper. I cut a bunch of wallpaper pieces. Okay. So, let's see where we get with these ones, because I want to get these backed. And then we'll pull out some of the wallpaper ones. I do have another one of those scrap boxes upstairs. That's how many scraps I have. Guys, it's enough that I have 2 of these boxes. Which is why I tell you guys I'm always like, I'm pulling from the scrap box. Now, sometimes what I do is I go and I pulled from my scrap box and I pulled from my scrap box and I keep hitting these same pieces of paper that I don't pull out and use. And then what I'll do is I will go and sit upstairs with my whale tail punches and I will just punch a ton of like that. I just go sit upstairs with my scraps and punch whale tail tabs. For lack of a better thing to do with them. I should punch some circles. I like circle tabs too. So I should punch some circles to like glue back to back to each other. Alright, let's get some more paper, guys. Oh my gosh, you guys have been watching me do this for way too long. Alright, let's fill this one up and then we'll go back to the first one. I'll cut a few of them off and I'll show you my tags. Like Tina does the thing where you cut the corner and then you use the corner that you cut off to cut the other corner so that they're the same. I actually made myself a couple tag templates. And basically how I did it, funny enough, was I cut tags and I cut corners that I liked, you know, angles that I liked. And I then took a card and used one of the tags to cut one of the corners off the card so that it, I'm going to do this one. Is it too wide to go there? Yep. I keep setting my hand in the glue trying to figure out whether or not I've used that piece of paper yet. But that way I got corners that I know that I like the look of on a tag. So if I cut a tag freehand, and then I do the matching the corner method by using what I cut off to cut the new one. I think I left my glue open when I went to get I had to go pick up my son from work. He has a little scooter, but it can't, it's battery powered that he rides to work because he just works in town. So he has a little scooter that he rides, but he can't ride it in the rain. It doesn't. That's a no-no. So when it rains, somebody has to drive him to work. Anyway. I come back and I come to go down here. I've told you guys I'm in the laundry room, right? well, on the day that I'm filming this, I'm sure that by the time you see the video, there will have been a fix of some sort. But on the day that I am filming this, I'm trying to figure out whether or not my dryer just died. So I am praying that it has not. But, I mean, we've talked about getting a larger capacity dryer because our washing machine is larger capacity than our dryer is. But you know, it's the holidays. I don't really want to go buy a dryer right now. It's also cold outside, so it's not like I can hang clothes on a clothesline even if I had one. So yeah, we might be without a dryer, guys. I'm so excited. And my husband just got back from a trip, and while he was gone, he got sick. So it's going to be fun letting him know. By the way, honey, the dryer's broken. He's going to be thrilled. Anyway. All right, you can see my mess up here of all the ones that I still have to do. But let's cut a few of these out. Okay, now let's take this one down. We'll look at this and see if we can't figure out something to do with it. I do have some book page here that I was working on something else, and these are some of the scraps from the book page that I was using. So maybe we can use some of this on here behind something with something. Don't you know? Okay, I'm gonna just what you guys wanted to do, watch me cut more. I'm gonna cut this mirror out of here. I'm just like right now, I have my I was just talking to you guys about my dryer. I have my dryer going in the background. And right now I'm just praying that it heats up. Or that it's heating up. I don't know how long it takes a dryer to heat up. I was checking it after a minute, hoping to notice some warmth, but I wasn't getting anything, and it was kind of scaring me, and I'm worried, but in the same token, I'm hoping that if I've just left it alone, it'll work itself out in the wash, so to speak. I don't know. I don't want to go buy a dryer, guys. Like I said, by the time you see this video, I will have talked to my husband about it. We will have figured out the problem and have made a decision, so maybe I'll be able to let you know something in, this is day 16, maybe I'll be able to let you know something in day 17. Okay, so we're going to do this, I think. And I was thinking one of these, but I'm actually not sure if it's going to fit. It's kind of pretty, right? A little piece of this. All right, I'm going to trim some of these extra strings. This is very neutral with a pink background. I'm hoping that that will allow it to still be used in, you know, kind of a variety of places. I think I'm going to stick it right about there and then stick other stuff on top of it. So let's get this stuck down. Do I know exactly where that was? No, I absolutely do not. All right. So we're going to stick this on here like this. Don't be stubborn. Okay. I might actually clip this off because I'm going to be putting this real thin book page over it. Speaking of which, let's put a little ink on it. Actually, you know what? Oh, I pulled that. Let's add a little of this. I love this color. Where'd it go? Is this it? This is it. Love this color. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, we'll put this down. So this was the idea, guys, behind tag bases. As always, Tina's her playlist will be in my description box, so that you can go and check out her all of her videos. You can find all 3 versions of this. And you can take a look, watch her do it. She does gorgeous decorating. It also gives you an opportunity to kind of check out her kits, because she, especially if you're watching the ones in the 200s, because she uses a lot of her digitals. That's like, as she'll tell you, she use what you have, but that's what she has. So that's what she uses. So, oh no, I don't want to do that yet. That's not the next piece to go down, Cindy. So you can check out her digitals, see if there's any that she's using. She usually tries to tell you, if she picks up one of her digital sheets, she usually tries to tell you, if she can remember the name of it, which kit it comes from. She's got a lot of kits, so it's probably not easy remembering where all of her stuff comes from. Oops. Didn't want to do that, but it's okay. It won't be horrible. And who knows, I might end up sticking something else in there. Okay, and we're going to put this right here. What's going on? Oh, there's a little knot under there. It's an embroidery knot, not a... Okay. And then this. And hopefully I have enough space to let the eyelets peek out the bottom, because I just noticed how far up I put the... Oh yeah, that should be good. All right. Now, I usually clip the bottoms of my tags. So this would get clipped and this would get clipped. And then I would go around here with this just because it ties in the decoration to the tag. And there you have it. And then the back, of course, you can do same. I mean, I can change the idea of the color of this just by adding a little bit of ink. There we go. All done. All right, guys, that's it for me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow with day 17. Bye-bye.